I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I've breathed the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Been to Tullamore, Seymour, Lismore, Mooloolaba, Nambour, Moosebrook, Kilmore, Marillaba, Birdsville, Emmaville, Wallaville, Connemara, Connemara, Strathron, Proserpine, Ulladulla, Darwin, Gingin, Lilliquin, Muckdilla, Wallumbilla, Bougainville, Cumberland, Ramakiller. I've been everywhere, man.
Yes, he's been everywhere, man. His name is Lucky Star. It is 12 minutes to 11 o'clock, but I bet you he's not been to this place. We're going to Tooleybuck. And we're going to talk to Loz McKenzie, who is the owner of the Country Club Hotel and the Old Butcher Cafe. How good's that? Good morning, Loz.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us on the Two Blokes Chatting radio show, and specifically on Regional Roundup. You've got Neil. The other voice you heard was Rob. Well, you know, we start off with a really hard question every time. Where's Tooleybuck?
Well, there is a catch crow where the beep is Tooleybuck.
Yes, we figured there'd be a car sticker along that.
And I have the stubby coolers to prove it.
What's it say on this?
Where the is Tooleybuck. It's a rhyming event.
Oh, right. Okie dokie. I'm backing out of that one. I'm backing away.
Yeah, good on you, Rob.
So Tooleybuck is it's on the Murray River. It's the point where people cross the border between Victoria and New South Wales or vice versa if they're travelling from Adelaide to Melbourne or Canberra. And it's about the halfway point, about 40 kilometres from Swan Hill and 40 kilometres from Balranald.
Beautiful. Now, I'm going to check how good a historian you are. What is the connection between Geelong and Tooleybuck?
Well, I think we spoke about this and it...
Well, he didn't. We did.
Well, I'm not sure. I think it could have something to do with football, but I'm very new to Tooleybuck, taking on the pub just on the 1st of May, so you caught me out.
I think one of Geelong's favourite sons come from Tooleybuck. I've got to double-check my stats, but I think I'm right. John Sharrock played in Geelong's 1963 Premiership side and was a fantastic player at the club, and I reckon when he finished his playing career, I thought he might have sold cars at Albury, but I reckon it might have been Swan Hill. Anyway, I'll do some more research on that.
The dealership called that, so yeah, that you could...
Sharrock Cars in Swan Hill?
I think so.
There you go.
Could be right.
That'll be him. The great Johnny Sharrock.
I'm busily getting the research department to look into it. So what do people do in and around Tooleybuck apart from have a cold drink at the Country Club Hotel?
Well, there isn't much. The population is just over 200, so a very small little town. Predominantly a farming area, so some of the biggest almond farms in New South Wales in the region, and a bit of a food bowl in terms of what's grown, so olive oil, pistachios, almonds. There's some vineyards around, but yeah, they mainly farm.
I went on an almond farm at Robinvale, and I was staggered by the size and scope of what goes on and the amount of almonds that are grown there, but there's so many of them along that stretch of the river.
There really is. One of the biggest farms about 5 minutes from the pub has something like 600,000 trees, and you have to actually see it to believe it.
It's staggering.
Yeah.
And the thing is, too, over the last few years where it's become trendy, you'd now have to have a milking shed there too, wouldn't you, to milk the almonds?
Just about. Well, my brother actually has created a co-op for walnut growers on his farm with 12 minutes from the pub at a little... you wouldn't really call it a town, but it's called Coralie, and it's where the walnut growers process their fruit. So.
On Tuesday to Fridays, I'm involved with a machinery manufacturing company, and we'll give them a plug, Nuckies at Winchelsea. They make a little product front for a header, and so I've been talking to a lot of farmers lately, but I haven't been talking to anyone from Tooleybuck. Are the farmers that come into your pub and lean on the bar, are they happy with the harvest? Or are they sad?
Well, just starting, so bit happy at the moment, it would seem. But yeah, there's various cycles depending on what sort of crop there is, but we seem to be happy at the moment.
And of course, happy farmers mean that the Tooleybuck township is happy because the entire population is sort of resting on how the farmers are going.
Yeah, absolutely. And we just, to give us a little plug, we just won the best... palmy.
Well done.
You said you were going to do that.
I love it. I am so proud of you, Loz. Well done. This fool calls them palmers. They're always like palmies.
Always like normal people do.
No. Normal people call them palmies.
Well, it was the New South Wales Hoteliers Association Award, so they did call it a palmy. So, yeah, we're going to ride on the wave of that for a while. But it's created a heap of, excitement in the town. So,
did you win that on purpose or by accident?
Well, both. No, well, you have to enter to win. And
Yeah, but I mean, did you seriously say we are going to make the best palmy in Australia, or did you just do it really well and someone noticed?
well, we had to enter the competition, and I think we do it really well. So a bit of both, and it's a mystery shopper that comes and visits the pub and dines, so we don't have any clue who it was or when they came. So you just have to be on your game all the time. And luckily, the day they came, we did good.
Yeah, well, you see, now this has all been a bit of a front about me not knowing where Tooleybuck is.
Oh,
No, not true. So you said you've only just taken on the pub in Tooleybuck. Was the pub closed before, or was it, and you've regenerated, or have you taken over from someone else?
I did take over from someone else. It had a bit of a regeneration 2 years ago. It had a complete refurb. So it's a beautiful Art Deco building, and the owners, who just happened to be my brother and two of his best mates, completely gutted the building, sold the pokies, and that funded the refurb. And yeah, everyone that comes here that doesn't live locally just can't believe that something like this is in a location like Tooleybuck. It's just a beautiful, beautiful building.
Well, and the thing is too, with only 200 people, let's work on the basis there's a few that are on the bar, leaning on the bar every day. But there would be families that would come and have dinner maybe once a week, once a fortnight. So people must come from far and wide if you're going to make $1 out of it.
Absolutely, and that's the bridge that crosses between Victoria and New South Wales. Pretty much you drive off the bridge and straight into the pub.
Well, not straight into the pub, you hope. Straight into the car park of the pub.
Absolutely. So, yeah, probably 70 to 80% of people that we see are people that travel through Tooleybuck. So yeah, just lucky that we're in a good spot in terms of where travellers have to pass by. And I hear all the time stories from people saying they've always come to Tooleybuck, for the past 20 years, 50 years. It's just that place that they've always travelled through or come to. So yeah, it's sort of like that place that nobody knows about, but lots of people know about it, would seem.
And I must support our wonderful listeners to this show. Barnesy got me out of trouble before with the theme of Bob's, but friend of the show, Ian Cover, has just confirmed that John Sharrock did actually have a car dealership in Albury. So I was right that he come from Tooleybuck, but he went to Albury. I'm not sure if he might have set up in Swan Hill as well. So if you have a Sharrock Holden in Swan Hill, it's probably him. But definitely in Albury. So thanks, Cove, and good morning to you.
And the research department has in fact come through and confirmed that his junior football was done at Tooleybuck.
Definitely.
So if people are going to be going through Tooleybuck from Melbourne/Geelong, where would they be going to? Balranald and beyond, would they?
They would. They might be heading. You have to sort of go off the beaten track a little bit, like take a detour to come to Tooleybuck. But yes, definitely, if you wanted to travel across the Hay Plains, you would.
Yeah, the Hay Plains, and then go up maybe to Ivanhoe and across to Broken Hill, something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
It's worth the trip. I have heard some very good things about the Palmer up there, Rob.
Oh, you idiot.
And so for you guys, if you have to go and buy something that you can't buy in a town of 200, presumably you're heading to Swan Hill.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm pretty lucky that, Balranald has an amazing butcher and amazing baker, so I get my meat and bread.
How are they with candlestick making, just out of interest?
Well, I haven't checked, but, if we're going to have a power outage, I can probably check. And then all the fresh veg and everything comes from Swan Hill, and I've got an amazing fish show. They get their produce from Bendigo and from Melbourne daily. So, yeah, pretty lucky that we're in a spot where we have access to, freight's always a big thing.
Loz, been driving around a lot lately, small country towns, seeing a lot of old pubs closed. How safe is your business model in a town of 200 at a time where that old-fashioned, important part of the community is disappearing?
Yeah, I think the focus that I've taken since coming here has been around the food, like a place where families can come and have a meal. And I think that gives us the stability to continue on. If you were just that traditional pub that was more for, across the bar, it could be hard. But you just have to be diverse.
The old days of someone spending all night at the bar gibbering is probably gone. It's a very expensive habit, but it's also a lot of fun still to listen to people of the land chew the fat. Ironically, that's what we'll be doing for the next hour with Tommy Christensen. But farmers chatting over the bar, it's a lot of fun, Loz. You must enjoy that.
Absolutely, and that and hearing stories of the people that travel through Tulibuck, the types of trips they're doing or have planned to do for a long time. COVID, they've had to put a lot of plans on hold. So yeah, there's some people doing amazing travelling around Australia, which is wonderful to hear.
What a concept! We should start doing that, Rob. We should start talking to people and hearing their story on the radio.
We should
do that. Hey, Loz, I'm looking forward to chatting to you in another context. I should just give a quick plug. A new product that I'm going to be dealing with is a thing called regionalbiz.tv. It's going to be like a set of videos talking to regional businesses, and Loz is going to be part of that very soon. So we'll look forward to chatting to you then. But thanks for being part of Regional Roundup this morning on the Two Blokes Chatting radio show.
Thanks, Loz. Best wishes.
For having me. Bye now.
See ya.